It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
And I'm Perry. Sarah has the evening off.
And our top story tonight, people are drinking more bourbon in record numbers, thanks to a YouTube show called It's Bourbon Night.
I've never heard of them, Chad.
Possibly also a podcast known as This Is My Bourbon Podcast. Hi, everyone. Welcome into Kentucky. It's a beautiful evening here.
Look at the sunset.
Starting to become, you can see some of the sun there on Perry's glistening arms.
I'm tan.
Yeah. Actually, I'm now noticing...
How much more tan I am than you are?
Yeah. That's why... One of the reasons why I'm missing Sarah.
Yeah.
No,
I
Sarah,
miss her too.
she's coming... she is traveling. She's traveling back from being out of state, so she won't be on the show this evening. But if you don't know, this is Perry. He has a podcast called This Is My Bourbon Podcast, which you can find on any podcast provider, really.
Mm-hmm. These guys are on from time to time as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good time.
So he's going to be helping us out tonight, and we kind of have a smorgasbord of things to try. Actually, we have so much, because Perry brought a lot.
I brought my liquor cabinet.
That we won't even be able to get through it all. So we're going to let you know what we have and go through what you all want. But hello to everyone in the chat.
Yes, hello.
If you are just here to see us speak about a particular bourbon, we have the timestamps down in a pinned comment below. So look for that. But first, I want to take a page out of Perry's book, and I want to do Flying Blind.
Oh,
If you
okay.
haven't listened to Perry's podcast, he always starts it off with a segment called Flying Blind.
Yes. Are we going to talk about what we've been drinking recently, too?
I mean, you can if you want. While I'm pouring.
Potentially.
What have you been drinking lately?
We got to hang out with our good friend Brian Allred the other night. He treated us to OBC Kitchen, and I had their Weller 107 pick. I also we both had their Elijah Craig pick,
Yeah.
which I thought was
And I had their
tasty.
1792 foolproof pick. And it was really good, too.
Yeah.
I didn't share that with anybody.
Yeah, I know you didn't. Swan and I were sharing drinks back and forth.
Well, I just got a 1 ounce pour. So.
No, it's okay. I understand.
Anywho. Yeah. So, so we're going to do some What's New. We're going to do some sample shout-outs, and we're going to get into talking about some bourbon. But I just kind of wanted to give this to you blind and just kind of get your initial reactions. And everyone in the chat, you can also let us know what you've been drinking on. We'd like to know.
Yes.
What do you got for us, Barry? What do you got?
I can't tell if what I'm smelling is a heavy rye content, or if it's kind of scotchy. There's something there that I'm not quite familiar with, but at the same time does seem familiar. It's just not something I think that I've had a lot.
Joseph Brazo says, hi, Chad and Para.
Para.
Yeah.
Yes, hello, Joseph.
Brittany asks, curious how you two, Chad and Sarah, got into bourbon. She doesn't care about you, Perry.
I don't care.
Really, it was just, the Kentucky thing was definitely a part of it. You know, growing up, we're both born and bred in Kentucky, so, you know, that was part of it, kind of wanting to know what the Kentucky thing is all about. And for Sarah, it was also working at a bourbon-centric restaurant. So she already liked bourbon, but she really wanted to ramp up into it, and that's about the time that I met her. And I had been ramping up into bourbon for a couple years just because I really just started to like it, and I also really like the history aspect of it and all this and that. So that's kind of the origin story.
The rest is history, as they say.
In a brief setting. So we got some Dickel BIB. We've got some... What else we got?
Backbone Pick 137 proof.
We got some Hey Monica. Never had that before.
Also, glad that Monica's in the chat. She's been traveling a bunch recently and hasn't been able to be...
There you go.
In participation. Is that a phrase?
In participation?
I don't think it is.
Sure.
This is not a bourbon, is it?
Perry. Do you think I would give you a not bourbon on It's Bourbon Night?
Potentially.
Well, it's a bourbon.
Okay. It's a very strange and different bourbon, then.
Something you do not recognize.
I would say that I do not recognize. It has what I would say hints or whispers of something that I may have had before, but I don't I don't know what this is.
Okay, well, I'll tell you here in just a second.
Okay.
Ryan, yeah, I have tried. Well, I take that back. I did try the Redbreast 12 on camera. It was on a live, but I don't know if we ever did the cast strength. And we do have some samples, thanks to you guys of that. So maybe we'll do that top of show next week or something. Drinking out some Stag Junior, very nice.
Oh,
all right, Perry, you ready? No guesses, no distillery, no.
I can't even really put it in ballpark. I would. It definitely tastes high proof.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was kind of getting the rye spice on the nose, it's not really so much coming through on the palate.
Okay.
But there is a spicy kind of zinger of a note on there.
Zinger of a note. All right.
I like it the more that like the second sip. I liked a lot better than the first sip. And maybe it was because I just had to get my palate acclimated. I don't know what this is. Chad.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Are you ready? This is a sample of Maker's Mark 101.
Really?
Yes. Maker's Mark 101. So this is a distillery gift shop exclusive. That's the only place they were going to do it in duty-free shops. That's no more. So you can only get this there in Laredo at the distillery. And yeah, this is thanks to Brian and Crystal Murphy.
Oh, great.
I got a sample from them mere hours ago, actually.
I want to spend more time with this.
Sure.
Like this makes me want to get a bottle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Weird that I got a rye spice on the nose with it being a wheated bourbon.
Sure, might have been the proof that you were detecting.
But even why is it so spice forward for just 101? I mean,
right.
it I don't know. This is kind of a mind bender.
It is, isn't it?
For
And
me.
I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I thought this would be a perfect flying blind to borrow a page out of Perry's
I
book.
appreciate that. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into some what's new. I guess we should get something else in our glass so we can sip on in case we have any super chats or anything. But
do we want to go from the bottom up, or do we want to go on a roller coaster? Because there's a very specific thing that we could have to get out of the way.
I don't know. You are the co-host. I will let you completely. Oh dear.
Okay, here's the deal with this. We reviewed this on the show recently, and Chad had never heard of it before. And so he was like, I gotta try it. And I said, you're crazy, but okay. So I want to get this out of the way.
Let's do it.
Because it's...
I'm not going to waste it. I don't want to say waste. I'm not going to do a clean Glencairn. I'm just going to wash this one out. I need to stop casting aspersions on things I haven't had before because that is not what this show is about.
No.
And we're also we're not about being negative either. So I want to experience all whiskey and try to find the good in it. I know from listening to your podcast what you and the guys think about it.
Yeah, it's
but I'm gonna try to not let that.
I'm gonna remain quiet on my thoughts.
Would you
on
like
this.
some?
I will have a sip just to accompany you. And by the way, thank you for being the one to pour.
Yeah, I'm
right
gonna
now.
do that. I'm gonna do that all episode.
That's a good idea. It's a very good idea. I can run into some trouble with the famed Perry pours.
Hey, Trev Wilson. Hey, Todd Koopa.
Swan's
hey, Chris,
in here
Joseph,
now.
Whiskey Business, Monica, Matt,
Chris, all the way across the pond
from Australia. Good day. Sorry, you hate that. Hello to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Whoa. Okay, so hey,
hey,
what we're drinking is Redneck Riviera whiskey. So this is not bourbon.
No, it is not. It is not bourbon. It is whiskey. If you actually turn it over,
yes,
you can see what it's made up of.
Okay. So it's 95% American light whiskey, aged 2 years, and 5% American whiskey, aged at least 1 year. Okay. It's a small batch whiskey with vanilla honey smoothness and subtle
hate that
oak finish. 80 proof. And what'd you pay for this? $3.75.
Oh, like $16, $17.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Super chat. Charles Hogue.
Oh man. Oh, sorry.
Cowbell.
This is, Sarah's department. Dropping the ball.
I dropped the ball. I'll take the blame this time.
You take that blame.
Yeah. I will say though, I'm not much of a triangle player.
We reserve those for certain levels.
Yes.
But let's do that right there.
Don't know what to do with my hands.
And I've already stood up, so everyone can drink.
Wow. That was quick.
Yeah. All right.
So, Charles
Cowbell.
Hogue. Yes.
There it is. Charles Hogue, recent video was great. Really enjoyed it. Cheers. Thank you.
Sorry,
Thank you very
this had
much.
to do with this
Appreciate it. Yeah, our biggest whiskey-filled weekend was for sure that. Shout out to Eric from Scotch and Time and all the friends we made there. It was an amazing time. Amazing. Can't say amazing enough. Were you all exaggerating? It's not. It tastes like little. It tastes like little.
Yeah. I think what had happened is that we had surrounded it by a bunch of stuff that was
Exceptional.
marginally more
Oh, okay.
than this.
Uh-huh.
And so by the time we got to this, it was hard to pick out anything more than what we had said in the episode, which was corn chips.
Corn chips.
Corn chips.
Um,
So I still get that note. It's not nearly as bad as I had alluded to.
I can pick up the corn chips on the finish.
Yeah.
Sure. But it just tastes. I mean, it's an 80 proofer, but it's not like really offensive. It's just very tame and kind of a little weak tasting.
But this is a full-bodied, delicately smooth spirit, perfect for when you are ready to get down.
Sure it is.
G-I-T.
Sure it is.
Down.
It tastes a little. Yeah, that's right, Lennox. It tastes small. It's a small batch and it tastes small. All right, enough of that. It's fine, but I wouldn't. It doesn't get the recommend.
I think that's the thing, is that it is aggressively fine.
Okay, now as we said before, let's get something that we can actually sip on in our glass, and we'll do some what's news and some sample shout-outs. So where would you like to go?
Do you want to pull from my side? Do you want to pull from what you had ready to go, or
how about that old Fitz 13?
Sure,
that sounds cool.
Heck yes.
Yeah, you guys had this yet? This is the old Fitzgerald 13. This is the newest expression in their newly revamped bottled and bond.
I've been loving on this
series, and I haven't had this one yet, so real treat.
Oh,
there we go.
So, fun story about this. I traded somebody for this bottle, and when it got to my house, it was one of those days in Kentucky where it was basically like 100 degrees heat index, and so unfortunately the cork expanded a little bit in the bottle. You can still kind of see it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of big, and so some of it, a
little bulbous.
Yeah, some of it leaked out the back, and so the back label looks a little bit aged now, which I think is kind of cool for this style of decanter. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah,
for
sure. All right, so we're gonna be sipping on this. For what's new, I had lunch down at Bardstown Bourbon Company yesterday. Again, shout out to Eric at Scotch and Time. Follow him on Instagram at Scotch and Time. And he's also Bourbon and Time. Not like the handle, but just like his outlook on life. I think he said in the video he has around 500 of his 1,100 bottles are bourbon or, American rye. So
he seemed very passionate about it.
Yeah, no, totally. So I was able to have lunch with him yesterday down at the Bardstown Bourbon Company, and I found out that Bardstown Bourbon Company only had 6 of the Pfeiffer Pavitt bottles left. So it's like, better pull the trigger and grab one. So this is new for us, and wanted to also mention, speaking of the Scotch and Time video, so Sarah and I didn't go Saturday because we were dog sitting, and we didn't want to be like, well, nope, sorry, gotta go drink whiskey. You're not find someone else last minute for your dog. We couldn't do that.
The dog is your problem.
So they did a pick at the Bardstown Bourbon Company, But they were nice enough to send us a bottle of the rye. And what they're going to do is they're going to taste on this yearly until it's right. And already it is a 2-year and 4-month. It's a 95% rye with 5% malted barley.
Oh, yes.
It's 120 proof. So that's also what's new.
Everything you just said has made my mouth water.
And if you want, we can try this later.
Yeah,
If you guys are interested in that, it's cool.
Can we please?
Another thing that's new is a new Maker's Mark. I guess you could kind of call this a new expression because it's going to be consistent. This is available at the Keeneland.
Keeneland Mercantile.
Keeneland Mercantile, which is in downtown
Los.
Lexington.
Yep.
This is a oak stave selection, so it's a private select, but they don't actually let you know what the staves are on the back. It's proprietary, and it's reserved for them. So we'll probably be cracking into this next week on live, probably top of the show. So if you're interested in that, tune in for that. And want to give a shout out to Adam Terry for a Elijah Craig right off the bat. Is what it says right here. Personalized label for my birthday in May. So this was actually at your house for a while.
It was at my house for a long time, and I'm very sorry.
I finally came over Friday and got that. So thank you to Adam Terry. And then also from Ian, got a... I guess we have shifted into sample shout out.
Yes.
Just called, put like olive oil or any type of things you might pour in the kitchen. This is from Ian McMasterson and McMaster. Sorry, I want to put Masterson because of Masterson Station.
Yes.
Yeah, Ian McMaster, which is very cool. A Knob Creek select here and a Wathans. So that's really cool.
Sorry.
What's up?
Jason said, Sarah, you really need a shave. And Cooper57M said, Perry doesn't show enough cleavage. Just saying. That made me laugh a lot.
It's true, though.
But what do you want?
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, man.
Oh, and there's one last thing in the what's new. So this is called Iceology. And actually, I've got some in the freezer right now that I can go check on. I put in this morning. So what this is supposed to do is give you perfectly clear ice. So it's like a 3-part system. It's got the silicone mold, which we're all used to, but then it has an ice mold tray, and then it has this insulated foam sleeve.
Ooh.
Like a styrofoam cooler. So
Fancy schmancy.
Actually, let me go see what we got.
Okay.
I'm going to stand up again.
So now I don't know what to do with myself. As Chad goes and checks on it. This old Fitz, though, is fantastic. There is just something about these old Fitz decanters since they revamped the line. I feel like pretty much across the board they've all been good. Now they're expensive. Yeah, this is $130, so basically 10 years per every year that it was, or $10, excuse me, for every year that it was in the barrel.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're kind of paying for the decanter itself as well as what you've gotten in the decanter.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if if we recommend these yet. These are, as you can see, currently in testing. But this is the styrofoam thing here, and then I think they said you kind of have to rock these back and forth to get them out.
Sure.
So
it looks pretty clear here.
Yeah, it does, from what we can see. Might have to let these sit for a second.
Then we're gonna wind up with clear water.
It'll be alright. It'll be alright.
Perry pour a blind pour for Chad. Chad pretty much knows all the stuff I have on the table. But,
I do.
I'll do that again sometime in the future. I haven't had a like, aside from, on my show, like really blind pours in a while. Mm-hmm. I would really like to do another blind flight sometime.
Sure.
So
can arrange that.
I know you can.
Can arrange that for sure.
You guys are the masters of blind flight arrangements.
Blind flight arrangements. There you go. No, that's really, really good.
Joe Schmo.
But I also liked the 4-year that got discontinued. That was like, $15-20.
Yeah, I missed that. I missed that a lot.
Oh, Superjet, yeah.
ISO that.
True. This is Top Gun with all goose and no Maverick. All gooses. So I guess Sarah's the Maverick. I could buy
I'm on
that.
board with that.
Well, thank you.
Cheers
Thank
anyway.
you, Joe. Appreciate it. No, I like. And, you know,
I like a lot.
as you said, again, you have this awesome decanter here.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I see myself taking this decanter after all the whiskey is gone and actually repurposing it as a decanter.
Yeah.
And the thing, so this is kind of on a separate topic of conversation, but I just don't like regular decanters. I don't like the glass stopper.
Sure.
I feel like it does a bad job of keeping the whiskey.
Keeping the seal.
Yeah. So with this, I have a very robust cork that
girthy.
will actually, yes,
Yeah.
will actually seal the whiskey pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like this. I'm happy to own this now. Like when they first came out with these bottles, I was really hesitant about it.
Sure.
I was like, there's a huge
It was such a price jump.
Yeah, and you know, maybe I should be making the same argument over the Heaven Hill Bourbon that's coming out in October.
But that's not that much of a price jump.
No.
but-
It's kind of a big jump, Chad.
Well, not from $15 to $130.
Yeah.
It's like from 12 to 40. Not as big of a jump.
No, but it's still noticeable. Notable, I think is actually what I meant. But anyway, good bottle.
This isn't Kentucky only, is it? It's elsewhere? Or is it Kentucky only?
Now that you bring it up, I feel like it is Kentucky
Oh,
only.
well, there you go.
Which, I don't know. Somebody look it up. Let us know in the chat.
See, it's like
See how much we know.
can't know everything. No. Mm-mm. Well, I want to try something that is unique. And again, this is from
yes.
Brian and Crystal, same people who brought us the Maker's Mark 101 a few minutes ago. So what this is it's a regular Knob Creek. Oh, I was gonna get my proof thing and actually tell them what the proof was. I forgot. I'll have to do that later. This is a regular Knob Creek small batch, so it's a 100 proof, but it is barrel aged in a 2-liter. I think the brand is called Redhead. And Brian said that he takes it outside for about 5 or 6 hours, brings it inside, gives it a day to come to room temperature, then puts it in refrigerator for a day, brings it back out, lets it come to room temperature again, takes it back outside, kind of repeats that for a couple weeks. I think he said the last 2 weeks, Brian, I don't know if you're in the chat or not, so you can chime in if and you like, but for the last 2 weeks, it's just in the house, just resting in that 2-liter barrel.
It's really cool.
And said he's had a lot of rave reviews on it. So I thought we would give it a try because this is something that, you know, you all could do at home if you just get one of those barrels.
Donnie, or the Linux cat, said Old Fitz is not Kentucky only.
Okay.
Sorry. Neilio for real said it's not Kentucky only. It was available to 4 people in Kansas.
So pretty much all but. Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah. So, completely different nose, right? So this is this is a charred barrel, charred oak barrel, but obviously a lot smaller, and you're basically double barreling, except instead of a 53-gallon barrel, it's a 2-liter, and yeah, kind of simulating the seasons by doing the outside and then the refrigerator.
Do you know if he's using new barrels when he does this?
I think he has. I mean, at one point, it was new.
Sure.
And then it becomes reused, and I think he does it for a few times until it's used up, if you will.
Yeah.
And then a new barrel is introduced.
Because I would think it would be interesting, even if he had just like samples from each time that
he is here. B Murphy 131.
It is new.
And you are correct. I don't know. He might have been talking about the cycling. Yes, it is new. Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bourbon saying, why does Sarah look different tonight?
She went on a bender.
Stop shaving.
And yeah.
I don't have any other jokes about it.
So I mean, you can't argue that it doesn't do something to this. What I like is that it keeps the beam nuttiness.
I think it enhances it.
Possibly. We should have a control of the regular 100
Sorry.
to compare it to, but I think it makes it more approachable. You know, normally Knob Creek has a little bit of a kick. I think it kind of takes out the kick, kind of smooths it out.
I think that it elongates the finish. I think it really does something to the way that the finish continues. Because I'm starting to pick up a lot more tannic oak notes as it rolls through the finish. There's a very interesting like dark chocolate brownie flavor that I'm kind of picking up too
on the finish. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like one of those molten lava cakes.
Yes.
Yeah,
But it's got to be dark chocolate.
dark chocolate.
It's dark chocolate.
Sure.
This is freaking awesome.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Yeah. Well, you can try this at home
For the low price of $19.95 in 5 different payments.
monthly installments.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think the barrel costs that much, but
You never know, man.
I don't know. We have a 3-liter that we haven't done anything with that we need to do something with. But
Brian, this is good.
it's really good.
This is really good.
It's really good. Aha! I just needed some time. So
We go back to the scene of the crime where... Oh, it looks pretty clear.
survey says
Mostly clear.
clear. I mean, I probably pulled it out of the freezer a little because it didn't
Sure.
completely freeze at the
Yeah.
bottom. But we are looking at
How cold are your hands right now?
we're looking at clear ice.
That's really awesome, man.
Yeah. So
I need to get in on that.
I mean, I haven't. This isn't an official review
No.
because I haven't looked up the price. Just got this in the mail. But it seems to be doing its job. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so you set it in this thing and you set it in the provided cooler. Put it in there. They say for 12 hours and it hasn't been 12 hours. So I have the square. They also sent round, and then they sent more like smaller, like almost like a tray type of thing. So again, that's iceology.
It seems like it's on the way to being perfectly clear ice.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty freaking awesome, man.
I mean, the restaurants, they've got that expensive machine where they put a big block and it heats and it goes down
Which
to
is
make
really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really cool, but a lot less expensive.
Yeah.
Right here. So that's pretty cool.
Um.
This is the Home Shopping Network.
Yes.
See here, we have the iceology.
Call the number on the bottom of the screen for the next 15. Oh, I think the lines are just off the hook
We've
right
just sold 10,000 units.
now. Wow.
We only have another 50,000.
Well, I don't know about you, Chad, but I'm going to the Bahamas this weekend now.
No, we don't get any of that money.
No, not a bit.
No, none of that.
I still have to drink water out of an old boot. Paul Christensen asked, "Hi, Chad. Sarah took the night off."
Sarah she's coming back from a girls' weekend. So
Yeah, I'm not a regular. Moving forward, I'm filling in.
he is a co-host for for this time.
Yes, just you.
For this
You can
time.
rest easy knowing that Sarah will be back, and you don't have to see this more than an hour out of once
again.
Ever again? Are you-
Ever no. I think someone's talking about the Heaven Hill fire because Lynch Cat is asking Adam if the fire was in '96. If it's a Heaven Hill fire, yes, it was '96.
96. Yes, indeed.
Just eavesdropping on your all's public conversation. All right, let me tell you guys. Let's see, we did all business. Any new business? No. Okay, moving on. We've got some things that I kind of pulled, and Perry, like I said, brought over some stuff. So the stuff that I have, it's from some viewers and patrons and so forth. One of them being Matt, who is in the chat. From Matt, we have Hudson Rye, we have Broken Bell, and we have Bib and Tucker. From Evan and Cassie Herrera, we have a 2015 Yellowstone 105 proof and a 2018 Yellowstone, the regular 93 proof version. From Tiffany and Jamie Beaver, I hope I'm saying that right. I would think it's just
Beaver?
Beaver. A Blanton's from 1995, which is really nice.
Oh my excited.
And of course, Perry brought the Redneck Riviera. Thanks, Perry.
I have brought other things. I also brought the Nika Whiskey from the Barrel, which was last year's Whiskey Advocate Whiskey of the Year.
Aha. I
brought a blend of some very different but cool Wild Turkey bottles.
Nice.
From a meetup that I went to with Rarebird 101. If you guys know him, he is a fantastic guy.
Absolutely.
Huge knowledge of turkey.
Yes.
I brought an Armagnac, which is totally off the wall. But it's 21 years old.
What channel does he think this is?
I know, but you've tried scotch and other things on here. You did peanut butter whiskey for crying out loud.
Down.
I will not calm down, sir.
This
No, I'm just
whole
kidding.
court's out of order.
A 13-year Elijah Craig pick. A Wild Turkey 80 proof from 1995.
Nice. So we have a couple of 1995 whiskeys.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I also brought a Turkey 101 from 2008, 2009.
So who put a question in the teleprompter?
I'm Ron Burgundy. So last time I'm going to tell you people, I will say anything that's on that teleprompter. And a 14-year-old Knob Creek pick from Liquor Barn called Lunch at Tiffany's.
Oh,
which
nice.
I thought was clever.
Chris is asking me when I'm catching up with Stephen Beam. I will contact him. Thank you. He's like Chris is like my manager or something.
Yeah,
He's
really.
like, yeah, keeping me on task about things.
Here for it.
Yes. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Shout it out loud, or we're just gonna.
Todd Koopa
Pick
said that Nika is so good. I can confirm it is pretty good.
Okay.
But it is a little bit higher proof. I don't know if we want to stair step our way up.
We can get there. Then.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that the idea of doing the 295s is kind of cool.
All right. Yeah, we just got a Blanton's 95.
Yeah. Elijah Craig 13.
Let's do it. Let's do the 95s.
Sure. I am down as the Australians would say.
Is that right?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Okay.
Some fine selection. The 95 sound wicked good. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
We have for you tonight a lovely vintage 1995 Blantons and a Wild Turkey 81.
What is that from?
Mm.
Oh, okay. It sounds like it's from something.
My head?
The ether.
Yeah.
Again, I am going to let you pour because I don't want to screw this up.
Actually, let's make this easy. Do you have a Bourbonnight one
I
over
do
there?
have a Bourbonnight one.
Let's swap out so we can remember what's what.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Okay.
See? Chad's the brains of this operation.
Well,
I'm not the beauty.
the beauty is off tonight. She will be back next week. All right. So let's do the Blantons and the Bourbonnight. Drink more bourbon for the turkey.
Yeah. I will be good.
Okay.
I will be good.
There
See?
you
Do
go.
you want to watch?
That's
See?
good.
Right there.
Perfect.
I'm not a monster.
Uh-huh.
I just play one on TV.
Yeah. Okay.
Or in podcast land.
Here, I'll give you one
Okay. Twist my arm, why don't you?
more. Yeah. All right. Let's start. Well, let's go proof. So let's do
The turkey?
the turkey.
Sounds good to me.
Set that
I
right
would
in the
be
middle.
happy to set that right in the middle.
Yep.
Joseph!
Joseph.
What?
Wow. That's definitely a triangle. Joseph Maselli. Cheers to you, Chad, for that incredible editing you did on your biggest weekend video ever video. Quit moving screen. Makes it hard to read. It must have taken many hours to produce quality like that, and it's not lost on us fans. And hello, Perry.
Hello, Joseph.
Thank you so much. And a triangle cheers to you. And a Wild Turkey 8195 cheers to you.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for that. Mm. Yeah, that video did take a while. I was up late night Thursday. Wow. I mean, you know, the thing about it is like... Oh, 80. I said 81. Because I'm used to the...
No.
The normal proof.
I knew.
This is 80. This is actually back when they made Wild Turkey 80 proof. And and you're always like, 80, that's never going to be any good. But when you're talking about dusty, I don't think this would fall in the vintage category. Just it might. I don't know.
Dusty-ish.
Border. Vintage-esque. Dusty, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when you get something from like the dusty era, 80s just tastes different.
They do, and I wonder if... I don't know. There's definitely something to be said about the fact that turkey, their barrel entry proof is a lot lower. So I think that, when you compound that with the different methods of production that they had in the 90s, 80s, so on and so on.
Sure.
That is going to lead you into having a very different 80 proof product.
Yeah, for sure.
So...
Well, also, back in 95, I mean, the boom was still years away.
Sure.
So it was kind of a low point for bourbon, so they were blending in older stuff than they would be today because they had it, So there's a very good chance that this has older juice than
That's true.
the 81 would have today. I really like it.
I do too.
It just goes all over your cheeks.
Like up into your gums.
Yeah, it's weird for an 80 proofer.
I'm a fan, man.
Well, it's just
I like this a lot.
It's all over. Yeah, different methods, aka cleaning standards, weren't up to par.
Exactly.
That's also a theory. Like, we've said it many times before on here before. It's the charcoal grill method. Your last cooking's flavor is imparted on your current one. It's, you have a pipe that's this big and only this much is going through it because of they didn't have the same standards, and that could be part of it. It's probably a combination of a bunch of different things.
Yeah, it's hard to nail down one thing.
Yeah, like the trees that made the barrels back then aren't trees anymore. It's like now it's
there might not even
wood.
be barrels anymore.
Well, yeah, probably not. I mean, just so many different.
Do you want to save a little bit of this for comparison?
Absolutely.
Sake?
So let's the cast iron seasoned skillet.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
That's a great
add
way
to
of
it.
putting
Yes. So this is 93 proof, so we're jumping up 13 points in proof. We're also going to Buffalo Trace Distillery. This is Blanton's from 1995. Thank you, Tiffany and Jamie Beaver.
I haven't. Beaver. You sound like you're in the Red Room in Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, Beaver.
Yeah.
Kelvin and John Beaver.
I'm not going to even count that 1993 Blanton's.
Oh, don't bring that. Don't bring that.
No, but I'm just saying, when I say this is now the oldest Blanton's I've ever had.
Yes. We had a bad experience with the 93 blends.
Holy crap. Can I say that?
I think we're okay.
Can I say crap?
Yeah, I think we're okay. Wow. It
It's-
does not smell like a Blanton's of today.
Savory.
Yeah.
It is straight up savory on that nose.
Little, if you really breathe in, I'm getting winter mint on there too.
Yeah. Salted caramel?
Effervescent.
Absolutely.
Effervescent. How about that Blanton Silver? Yes, well, that is still in the bottle currently.
Scott, yes, I was alive in 95. Thank you very much.
He was 2, thank you.
Stop it! But yes, I was too. My birthday's coming up.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you. This is fabulous.
This is good. This is good.
Ugh.
Now, is it going to compete with an 80 proof turkey? If it was a 101, I think yes. Hey, Jerry Seth, I saw you earlier and I meant to say hi. So good to see you here in the chat.
Holy crap, cheers.
Holy crap, cheers. Cheers to you, Jerry.
Gotta be very careful.
Appreciate it very much.
Dang
na,
it,
na,
man. Oh, I thought we were gonna do the Muppets song. Phenomena.
Do-do-do-do.
Phenomena.
But do-do-do. But we're not.
Phenomena.
To the 80 turkey. Oh, different nose now. musty now.
Whoa!
It's musty.
Yeah.
Anything in the current Buffalo Trace line that you can compare that Blanton's to?
It's definitely not like Blanton's today. I would say that much. I think it actually might be more reminiscent, oddly enough, of actual standard Buffalo Trace. I think that it has some of the sweet notes paired with the oakier notes that Buffalo Trace has.
What about Eagle Rare? I feel like it has the appearance of age, even though it's probably was still the same, like around 6 year old.
I can get on board with that.
Yeah, it's tasting older. It almost even has like a. I'm letting it really sit on the tongue, like a faint tobacco, that you get in some older bourbons.
Yeah, a very
like you get the remnants of a cigar in your mouth.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that because I was smoking a cigar the other night when you were in my house?
Could have been. Synchronized drinking right there. It's a new sport.
We did the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Well, that's what synchronized means.
Yeah, I know.
Welcome to Teaching Perry the definition of synchronized with your host, Perry.
Perry. It's 2 minutes long in one episode. Donate to our Patreon.
You just saw it. You'll never see it again.
If you want to see season 2, donate.
We got to GoFundMe for season 2.
Totally changes the way that I taste this one now.
It does.
I'm
going back to 95. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on.
Is
Go
that song
play.
that old?
Nah, I think it was probably like 97, but I couldn't think of anything in 95. I can think 94. I can think 97, 98. I got nothing for 95.
Was Summer Girls out by then?
Summer Girls.
The kids on the block had a bunch of hits. Food makes me sick.
Are you talking about O-Town?
Yes.
Was that O-Town?
I don't know. Maybe.
Help us out. Help us
Come
out,
on.
folks. Yeah, maybe they did age 90s Blantons longer, but I feel like that
Totally
Metal
possible.
Warehouse, they wouldn't have let it gone for too many more years past it. I don't know. Yeah.
Nana pudding.
Yellow card? I guess yellow card would have been. Say IFO?
IFO.
LFO. LFO.
Yeah, that's right.
LFO.
Thank you, Risky Business.
And Takupa.
Takupa.
In Dram Man, Kentucky.
Yeah. Now it smells like a steak.
The
Or turkey. Yeah.
Well, I could get on board with that. Gangster's Paradise is 95.
Oh!
Dun, dun, dun. That's really hard to do the melody. Been spending most of life living in a gangster's paradise.
I'm going to leave that one to Chad. Man, I don't know if I can choose between these two now.
Churn butter once or twice, living in an Amish paradise. Little.
That was good.
Yeah?
That was good.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate that.
Wow.
And I appreciate you.
Well, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Waterfalls. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Good call.
man.
Good call. Good call.
Steven
Sussman. Classic duo right here. Also, shout out to 1995. Also, Perry growing out that mane there. Cowbell me, please.
It's getting long.
I'm going to give you a turkey
You wanna
cheers.
go turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, Steven.
He didn't almost complete the cheers part of the cheer.
I know. Yeah.
Excuse me.
My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, Creep was 95? Okay. Total Eclipse of the Heart was 1995?
Kiss from a Rose. Wow. I can get down with some Kiss from a Rose.
Actually, that song came up like 3 or 4 streams ago. I don't know how.
Really?
But yeah.
That's
we're like,
bizarre.
is it Kiss from a Rose on a grave?
On the grave.
On the grave? Is that right?
That's the lyric.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird, wild stuff. Paul just poured some Eagle Rare. Cheers.
Cheers to you, Paul.
And we just finished some 95 Blantons.
All of a sudden, really silky, kind of buttery.
Yeah. The sweetness is really
I think
showing through.
you can totally tell the difference in mash bills by going back and forth between two products that came out in this time period.
That's agree.
But good stuff, man.
Get yourself a Glencairn ready there.
I got one.
And speaking, if you like the Glencairns, of course, if you didn't know, I will definitely let you know that these are available for purchase at whiskyambitions.com. We have the Drink More Bourbon Glencairn, the Bourbonnight Glencairn, the Drink More Water pint glasses. Because when you drink more bourbon, you really need to drink more water. So that's available at whiskyambitions.com. Doesn't matter if you spell it with or without an E. You can go to itsbourbonnight.com. It'll take you there. It'll take you there, man.
Look at you guys thinking.
SEO, Or it has nothing to do with SEO, but just,
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to pour you some of this Barstow Bourbon Company rye.
I think I just died a little bit. And I haven't even tried it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't even tried it yet.
If you guys are just joining us, this is a barrel pick that the Scotch and Time crew did last Saturday at Barstow Bourbon Company. It's a 2-year and 4-month rye. It's 120 proof, and it's not done yet. It is sampled yearly until it's just right.
This is the new way that I'm holding my Glencairn.
I don't like it. Don't care for it one bit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's fine. I've already committed to it, though.
Yeah, you look silly if you change now.
Can I drink from it this week?
It's not cognac, but okay, whatever.
I can't do it.
So it's a 95% rye, 5% malted barley.
Oh, I love high rye ryes.
High rye.
I love very rye
It's
ryes.
high rye. Yeah.
Joseph said, I think Perry actually just peed a little bit.
A little bit of pee came out. You could almost persuade me that that's ready right now. But I also taste how I would prefer a little bit more age to be on there. But I think it's really good.
Everybody always says that you can't get into high rye ryes because they're just going to be too spicy. That is a myth. I'm putting my foot down.
Busted. Myth busted.
It is a total misnomer that high rye ryes are hard to get into. I think that they are so approachable. I think that they are delicious.
I think you do definitely need to... You can't run with high rye ryes.
Yeah.
You have to learn to walk. You have to learn to crawl. Then you have to learn to walk. Then you can run. That was my experience. That was Sarah's experience when we did the, I think it was like a 16 rye flight fight series. Mm-hmm. Some of those higher rye ryes were like, this is a new ballgame, especially with the younger ones. We got a couple super chats. Greer Crabtree, for Perry being almost as good as Sarah. Hey, man, I'd take it.
Begrudging.
Cheers to you.
But I understand it.
And then the Lennis Cat. You want to read this one, Per?
Sure. It says, wife and I are enjoying the show while having some Blom Old Fangled Nodder bourbon. Long finish with a warm hug. Pick one up if you have the means.
Nice Ferris Bueller reference. Cheers to you.
Cheers indeed. Should I leave this here? Is that what Sarah does? Does she take it away?
That's the bourbon spot. Oh. Or rye in this case.
Yeah. To my point, though, I think that people talk about high rye ryes in a way that they are kind of trying to scare you away.
Because they want it for themselves.
Drinking that. Well, that's possible. That's possible. But I think that's crazy. I think that you should enjoy this because they're delicious. Just straight up delicious.
They're definitely something that you want to get into.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott let us get something to cheers you with. What do you want to do?
Do you want to? I don't know. There's so.
Let's do one for Matt. I saw someone shout out Bibb and Tucker, and I've not had it before. I don't know if you've had. Have you had it?
It's been a while.
Okay. So Bibb and Tucker is a 92 proof 6-year bourbon, and so we'll get this going.
Scott said, couple of bourbons in, and I could be convinced Perry is Sarah. Also, Brian Brennicky had a super chat. He said, drinking Woodford Double Oak with a straw. Cheers, Chad and Pear Bear.
I'm interested to know why. All right, so
you don't know that?
Huh?
You don't know about the straw and the Woodford thing?
Maybe I do, and I'm not recalling.
Okay, I'll talk about it off air. But
right.
if you know, you know. Also, what's up, Cletus?
Cool.
So, Scott.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so this is for Scott. Thank you for that. Couple of bourbons in. Can be convinced Perry is Sarah. I don't know if I could.
Chad, I hope not.
No.
I legitimately hope not.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's actually pretty good.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Brian Brinicke, again, drinking Woodford Double Oak with a straw. Cheers, Chad and Pear Bear. Cheers, Brian Brinicke. So, Bibb and Tucker don't have a bottle of this actually in the collection. Have not reviewed it before. It's a little
Young?
well, it's bordering on nutty, I feel like. There's a little nuttiness.
I could kind of see that, but honestly, it tastes. It really does taste young for me, even for 6 years and 92 proof. Sorry. I don't. I would like to see where it would go if it had some more age on it.
Sure. I mean, so 6 year. What else do we know that's 6 year? R.I.P. The Heaven Hill B.I.B. 6 year bottled and bond. That's got to be the measuring stick, even though it's not on the market anymore. But like,
Yeah.
would you rather pay $12 once upon a time for that, or I think Bibb and Tucker's, I want to say around 40, 35. 40.
I think it's in that range.
If anyone knows, I haven't looked at it recently. But B Murphy 131, Brian. Great to have met you this evening or this afternoon. Glad y'all enjoyed the bourbon. Cheers. Well, thank you again for the Maker's Mark and for your special, I almost said blend. It's not a blend. It's a barrel rested Knob Creek
Experiment?
small batch. Yeah, I would say
Experiment.
barrel rested or double barreled, double oaked. How about it? Small batch. Cheers.
okay
Thank
with
you much.
Bibb and Tucker is sourced from Old Forester.
No way.
I don't buy that.
I
Adam
mean-
Terry. Fact checked.
I definitely don't pick that up. I'm not saying it's not true, because it could be. Maybe they do something different, because, you source it from a place, but then maturation is so much of it. Maybe they just get the distillate and put it in a different char barrel, because I know typically Old Forester products have a different char level.
I'd get on board with that.
Yeah, so,
I'd totally get on board with that.
I'm not dismissing it, but I would like to see Bibb and Tucker is where the... No.
Says Tennessee on the bottle? Ooh. Oh, Dickel possibly? I could actually see that.
Okay,
I could totally see that.
Okay.
Did you ever get to
Then
try
we have a Barton or Heaven Hill usually. Oh yeah, usually because they're so huge. But
Yeah. Did you ever try the Dickel bottle and bond? The 13 year?
no, it's still not open.
I should have brought mine.
Yeah, it's all right. Maybe we'll do it maybe on in a couple. It's good. I'm storing ideas for lives because I'm always like, what are we gonna do on this week?
I'm an ideas man. I'm an ideas man.
I like the pressure of it. And all I have to do is like take a shower and have great ideas. Yeah, I could get behind Dickel. It says source from Tennessee on the back of the bottle. Okay.
And it's more than likely
Yeah.
Dickel. But who's to say?
Who is to
Maybe
say?
there's an MGP in Tennessee that we don't know about.
MGP in Tennessee. You down with OPP?
You know me.
So that's pretty good.
Would you like something that you can't get? Or something that's very out of the realm of...
Well, if you
I'm
give it to
talking
me,
about the...
if you give it to me, then I can get it.
And no, but yeah, I know. But do you want to try this blend of turkeys? Do you want to try the Nika?
I think we might be in Nika territory by now.
Let's go to Nika.
Just by looking at the clock.
Yeah. Also, another super chat.
Sweet. Shall we get something in our glasses
Clean this out.
to give you a hearty cheers?
Yes. To Matt from the Whiskey Crusaders. He said, glad to see you, Perry. Miss your weekly streams. Chad doing a great job without your better half. Hope Sarah has a great trip.
Yes, she's had. It's been a red letter trip for sure.
So, The reason, Matt, I'm not... You know what? I'm not going to get into it. It was too much. My schedule didn't allow for it to do weekly streams on top of everything else that I was doing with the podcast.
I don't like this bottle. I'll just say that.
No, it's very hard to pour from.
It's like the collaboration from Barstown Bourbon.
Yeah, but it's a little bit more
Which
accessible.
that bottle's going away.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a new collaboration coming out.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That with Copper and Kings.
So, yeah. So that beast of a bottle looks like a big perfume bottle.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could get behind Dickel definitely needs context. Yes. Oh, sorry. Forgot.
Matt, thank you for the super chat.
Thank
Thank you so much. Well, this ain't bourbon. So, let me see the
It tastes good,
bottle
though.
again, please. So, Nika
Yes.
whiskey from the barrel, as opposed to not from the barrel. Give us the bona fides on this again.
This was last year's Whiskey of the Year from Whiskey Advocate.
This is a Japanese whiskey.
It is a Japanese whiskey, I believe.
Imported by Anchor Distilling Company, San Francisco, California.
I think it's 115 proof.
Product of Japan. 51.4.
Nope. Okay, so I'm definitely off.
So 100 and
102,
math 102.8.
Yep, there we go.
I said it first.
Welcome back to 102.8.
102.8. The dingo and the baby. 102.8. Traffic on the nines. All right, we got Crystal from the Kitty Shack coming in later to
Let's go to the traffic.
do some weird things.
Oh, there's a backup on the I-9s to get off of the... You're going to want to go around. But, alright, so there's lots of bodies. It's awful. Back to you, Chad.
All right, thanks. That was Perry, all right, in the sky. 102.8.
8.
The diamonds. I don't know.
Just the guy in the background.
Yeah.
102.8.
8. Oh, it's forgetting where I work.
I like this. I know it's not bourbon.
No, it's not. But it is good.
Yes.
And we have a Natalie. Natalie with the $5 super chat. Thank you
Natalie.
much.
I get to see Natalie this coming weekend.
Oh, well, there you go.
At Southern Whiskey Society in Franklin, Tennessee, which I'm freaking excited for. It's unfortunately sold out, but...
I'm going to go ahead and stand up again.
Okay. Are you going to...
We're going to go a little bit over.
Okay, extra innings.
Extra innings.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Literally.
Not crazy.
I know.
Everyone's got to work tomorrow, but...
It's a Sunday night.
But I wanted to mention this because I kind of forgot about it. So this one, Whiskey Advocates Whiskey of the Year, is that what you
Yes.
said? Okay.
Yes.
It's Japanese whiskey. So the lunch yesterday with Eric at Scotch and Time, we started off with not bourbon. So we were having lunch, and he brought some things. I also wanted to mention, and I just wanted to make sure I got.
This is riveting.
Yeah, isn't
this
it?
is riveting
This is
TV.
Really good.
YouTube TV. You're really paying for your subscription to YouTube TV right now.
Really good stuff.
Down with cable. What? What happened?
Yeah,
I blacked out.
At the Bourbon Life also came. It's the first time I met him, but he lives here too. It's at _bourbon_life. So follow him on Instagram. He's a great dude. We kind of seem to have the same palate. Joseph Brazo. He is familiar now with the way that super chats on YouTube work, where
Yes.
the creator gets 70% and YouTube gets 30%. Hey, they got to pay for servers, so I can't blame them. But thank you, Joseph.
Cheers
for that.
anyway.
Cheers with a Japanese whiskey. But where I was going with this was started off with some not bourbons, right?
Yes.
Wow. Where is it? That was something I sent to a
We
friend.
missed that. Huh?
Nothing.
Okay.
I
I didn't see anything.
sensitive bourbon information.
Linux Cat said we missed that riveting info due to buffering.
Wait, what? What did you miss?
The info about what the? I don't know.
I don't know what to say again.
I think it was buffering while you were talking about what you had while you were at Bard's Bourbon Company.
I didn't get to that yet. I didn't even get to that yet. So that's where I was going. So we had it's
Cavalan?
Cavalan.
Cavalan?
It is a whiskey that is finished in a port cask, and I want to say this was also Japanese. Yes, I think it was Japanese, and I really liked it. Then
I can't ignore it. I'm sorry.
I had the Glen.
Glenfiddich.
Nope.
Nope. Glendron. I don't know. Glendronach?
So it's Glen, and then Dronach. Cast strength. Non-chill filtered. I think this was actually a Scotch, because there was a Scotch in there. And I liked it.
Yes.
Crazy stuff. And then, what?
Nothing.
And then the Cheetah. This is actually what we started off with. It's a single grain Japanese whiskey.
Jeez.
And I liked it. So like Eric just knew how to pick some really good stuff. And I'm just saying it was
Glendronach.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So like there was 2 Japanese whiskeys, there was a Scotch, and I was like, you know what? This is really good. I like this.
Yeah, this is one of the better non-American whiskeys that I've had.
Which Glendronach cast strength
It
batch?
looked like an older bottle.
Batch 2, I believe. Let me just.
I wouldn't know.
Let me double check with that.
I wouldn't know.
Batch 2. Yeah, batch 2. So that's cool. What I'm getting at is I liked those more than this. Not that this isn't good.
I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to burst bubbles.
I thought I brought this and you were gonna really like it.
If you'd brought this on Friday, I would have.
You were at
but
my house
Saturday.
on Friday.
Well, you should have poured it.
How was I supposed to know? I'm really sad now.
Saturday.
Well,
I had these things that I was like, yes, I'm on
I
board.
think. Yeah. All right.
Like I said, I'm not bursting bubbles. Just saying.
I'm not mad.
He's just disappointed.
just disappointed.
He's just disappointed.
Well, can
If nothing, we just have to be honest.
I give you something that you're actually gonna like as we close out the show?
Last thing. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Would you like a Knob Creek or would you like an Old Turkey?
That is always
That's the
choice
catch-22 here
that
at
runs
It's
through my
Bourbon
head
Night.
always. We've had both already.
Yes.
You give me that turkey.
All right, here we go. It's not that far off from the proof that we just had either. So I am also going to let you pour. So
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
One other thing I just wanted to say, PSA, like
Wet your corks.
Wet your corks.
Wet your corks.
Wet your corks on old turkeys. Pretty much any old bottle.
This one needs to be wetted.
Yeah, at notoriously bad corkage. I love these old bottles, I gotta say. I understand how it's not to today's standards. Like, if they never change, people will be like, man, they really need to have an overhaul. But since they have had that, I'm like, but look.
But it's so good.
But look.
It's so good. This is a conversation starter. This is your centerpiece,
Yeah.
right?
Your centerpiece?
Yeah, you go over to somebody's house and they have this in the middle of their dining room table, and you're like, "That's a good-looking bottle of turkey. Can we drink it?"
Centerpiece.
Centerpiece.
Center.
Did you think I said center? I said center.
Who's your favorite Little Rascal, Richard? Was it Alfalfa or Spanky? Center.
Oh, Sunday night goodness.
Yeah, Mike. Any must-have or distillery exclusive bourbons I should pick up while doing tours in the Bardstown area.
Elijah Craig Barrel Select.
Yeah, the Grenade
Yes.
at Heaven Hill. I don't think there's any exclusive at Bardstown Bourbon Company.
There might be something at Willet
Yeah, normally in the morning.
every now and then.
Sometimes some experimental casts. Four Roses might have a pick, but I've heard from people who have been visiting that they're just completely out of single barrels.
Normally they are. But even then, sometimes they'll have a, not a cast strength barrel pick. They might have a single barrel, 100 proof barrel
Yeah,
pick.
yeah.
So
That's what I would try. So, Mike, though, thank you.
cheers to you.
If you can make it down to Laredo, I would say that Maker's Mark 101.
Surprise.
Old men love wild turkey. You're an old man, Perry. You got the birthday coming up. You're officially old man.
26, it all goes downhill from there.
Oh my god.
Youngest podcaster in the game, baby.
Really?
And bourbon.
Oh, okay. Have you verified?
No. I assume, though. I don't know how
What
many.
happens when you assume?
Do you know? No, what?
Assume. ASSUME. You make an ass out of you and me.
I know. I was just trying to play it up for the drama.
We don't do that on here, Perry. We never assume. Because when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
See, that's what you
See,
do. You tie it all back together.
full
You're
circle.
you're a savant with words, Chad.
Well, I do words good.
And I snort bourbon almost.
So you said this is like a 2009?
I believe it's 2009. Let me confirm.
Wild
though.
Turkey 101. Oh. Do you want me to say that out loud, Linux Cat? Perry is half your age.
2008.
Nothing wrong with that, Linux Cat.
2008.
2008. It's
2008.
delicious.
Prime. I love this. Again, it goes back to that Dusty Turkey.
Eric, wait. I think you've been in here for a while, but I didn't say hi. Hello, Eric. Check out his channel here on the YouTubes as well. Hey, what happened to Sarah? She drank something wrong and she turned into this.
Surprise! He said he'd love me forever, and now he's tied to that.
I didn't put a ring on it yet, so.
I think you did.
Oh no! Oh no! Dang. Well.
Ah.
Crap.
Well, this has been fun.
Hey, Edward's an old man. Just poured some Wild Turkey 101. God bless the Russells. Cheers. Homer Simpson's here.
Homer Simpson? No!
Shut up, Flanders.
Traveling to Tennessee from Massachusetts from August 4th through 11th. What should I be doing down there? Drinking more bourbon?
Wait, you're traveling where?
He's going to Tennessee from Massachusetts.
Go to Tennessee,
And then
hang a left, go north,
come back
hit
to
Kentucky.
There's this really great town. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Lexington?
Well, I mean, coming from Tennessee, you could hit...
You could hit Bardstown.
Bardstown.
Yeah.
Well, you could hit Bowling Green. There's some good stuff in Bowling Green. Bardstown.
Louisville?
Laredo's kind of down there.
He could do some of the craft tour. He could get up to New Riff as well.
Up in northern Kentucky. If you want to go all the way up through Kentucky?
Well, I mean, he would have to go kind of that way to get back to Massachusetts anyway, correct?
Correct.
So
Maybe he's flying, though.
it's a win-win.
Anyway, we're done.
I'm done. I'm way done.
Cool. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Sarah will be back next week. But like I said, we go on Perry's podcast
Yes.
pretty regularly. This is My Bourbon Podcast. Subscribe to it anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. He also has a store. This is My Bourbon Shop.
Yeah, bourbonshop.threadless.com.
There it is. You can
You
follow
can get a
him.
shirt like this.
There you go. You can also follow him on Instagram.
Yes, at My Bourbon Pod.
At My Bourbon Pod.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Bam. Of course, we're whiskeyambitions.com on the interwebs. You know where to follow us. Everything's at itsbourbonnight. And yeah, we got the suggested videos right up here. Click up here to subscribe and all that jazz. Thanks for hanging out with us on this great Sunday, everyone. Really appreciate it. Thanks for co-hosting, Perry. You did a great job.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you. And until next time, drink more bourbon.